This is the Amy Trace Podcast. I'm Tom White. We are live at the STN National Conference in Tampa. The great thing about this event is they tell on everybody. They put little stickers on your badges, and you see somebody with first-time attendee, you're like, hey, come here and sit in front of a camera and talk to me. So that's what's happened to Cory. Cory, tell us who you are, what you do.
So my name is Cory Nedell. I'm the audiovisual production instructor at the CTE Center at Olean in Olean, New York.
Excellent. How long have you been doing that?
So this is my 7th year as a teacher, and I was actually a student of the same program when I was in high school.
Excellent. So describe your program. What do you guys do? What are you guys proud of day in and day out?
Absolutely, yeah. So our program is a little bit of a mixed bag. So we do everything from audio production, radio, podcasting, all the way up to studio and TV broadcasting. And then by the time that students leave me in their senior year, we do digital cinematography and filmmaking. So kind of the full gambit of everything.
And how many kids do you have? How many kids are in your program?
So it varies. So I only have 2 classes a day, which is really nice. I have them as juniors and then they leave as seniors. So it varies year to year. It can go anywhere from 5 students to 25 students per class. Right now I have 10 and 7 in my 2 classes. So.
In your 2 classes, how many hours?
So it's 2 hours a day every single day. So,
awesome.
Well, every single weekday, I should say.
Gotcha, yeah. So in that 2 hours, you can do a lot of really cool stuff.
Definitely.
When you get to the digital cinema side, are you guys doing full lighting sets, or how are you guys handling that filling that 2 hours?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's funny because it varies by the day. So I think the students will agree that it's a little bit more lecture time than they would like, but it's usually about an hour of lecture and then an hour of hands-on and really doing stuff. But it really depends on the project we're working on. Right now, my seniors are doing what's called the Senior Film Fest. So they are producing their own short film. It's really the only rule that they have is that it needs to be over 5 minutes and under 12, and don't get me fired. That's really the big criteria. And from there, they can make whatever film they want. So they're doing that right now. So really, a lot of the day is them working. And we spend a little bit of time at the beginning of the day seeing where everyone's at and kind of doing some lecture and everything like that, like very just basic, like, hey, what do you guys need to know right now? Like, what is something you're struggling with? And then from there, they spend pretty much the rest of the time working. So it's a very, sometimes it's hard to stretch that 2 hours and make it the full way, but they find ways to stay busy for sure.
Awesome. And so you've been teaching for 7 years, first time at STN. Why STN this year?
So it's like I had no idea that STN even existed until this year. And I that's like my biggest regret. I wish that I would have known my first year even being a teacher that STN existed and all the resources that they have and everything, but that this convention existed. Like, this is so cool. And we do some other like conventions and competitions and stuff. It is not anywhere near the level of what they have here at STN, and to be able to see all these kids from all these different programs and like all across the world and be able to see people just being excited about making content, which is what we do every day. I think that's so cool. I live in a pretty rural area, so for my kids, they don't even get to leave their hometown sometimes. So for them to be able to come here could be like an absolute life-changing experience. So I didn't bring kids this year. My admin really wanted me to come check it out and just see how things were going to go. And I immediately texted him after the opening ceremony. I'm like, we need to bring students. We need to figure out a way to make this happen. So.
Awesome. That's great. So describe your experience, to that teacher that just happened to stumble on this podcast, had no idea STN existed. Describe how it's been for you at your first convention.
Yeah, it has been life-changing. Seriously. It has been an incredible experience. I've learned so much, like not just from the sessions and from talking to people here on the expo floor, but from meeting other teachers and like seeing people and seeing what their programs do and just talking about like, oh, hey, how do you handle this? How do you get funding for this? How do you do blah, blah, blah? I've learned so much in the past couple of days. Like, it's kind of an overload almost. Like, I kind of have learned too much in the past couple of days, but it has been like such a rewarding experience. And then also that aspect of it, going around and like literally from the airport to the convention center, seeing kids out here just filming everywhere, all throughout the streets. That is awesome. That's what we live for. Like, that's it. So being able to see that, it has been such a rewarding experience. And last night at the Excellence Awards, seeing kids be so stoked and so excited about winning and doing everything, and not even them winning, but seeing other schools that they know and cheering them on, that has been such an awesome experience. So I highly recommend it for everybody, and I will be here from every year that they allow me to come here I will be here.
The last guy I talked to this was like his 24th STN conference, so it's kind of nice, the juxtaposition there. Where can we find out more about your program, about any your content that you guys are producing?
Absolutely, yes. So we have an Instagram, Olean Audiovisual Production, or Olean AVP. And then we also have a YouTube channel, that is Olean AVP as well. We are our actual home, our mothership company is CA BOCES, so caboces.org, and then we're in the CTE section on that website as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your conference.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, buddy. Have a great day.
Thanks.